the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets, and it's all up next.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league, and we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get, and no position is that more magnified than in the NFL at the quarterback position. So the fact that these guys have played so many games, so many seasons, they've seen so much, that's a huge advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having...
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to him, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. This throw right side is caught by Adams.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
3rd and long for Rodgers. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
To return, it is Turpin. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
And he's out of bounds, but all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big connection from Dak to CD. 42 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one. It just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Dak to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Luke Schoonmaker. Touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Kene Nwanwu now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Jets offense going to take over now for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rod. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Cowboys have it.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never the ball.
The Cowboys offense ready for their second possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
First down, Prescott. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. That's a nice pickup 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Dowdle. And he's into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Cowboys move out on top, 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Finding space at the 40. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Rodgers. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
This one, fielded, out beyond the 25. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level, they could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
DJ Reed that time. Good tight coverage, and he's able to get a hand on it.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll run with Dowdle. Open space to the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. He'll work forward, a short gain to the 25. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop.
Oh, a man wide open. He's got it. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, that looked easy. We often talk about how condensed the space is down here in the red zone, but he got wide open that time.
I think anytime you see a guy that wide open, Mike, it comes down to not everybody in the secondary doing their job. Maybe someone's trying to do a little bit too much, and it backfires. You have to understand, what is my role within the coverage? Just focus on that, because when you don't, It leads to coverage breakdowns, and they don't get a lot easier than that one.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Adams. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Right back to Adams. He's got it again. Here's 2nd and 2. Rodgers. A throw left side taken in by Corley. To the goal line and in. Malachi Corley. Touchdown Jets.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Jets get back in it. It is 21-7. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Play fake. Prescott.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Lots of space, past the 45. 15-yard pickup there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter, and at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
A first down throw for Prescott. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Will McDonald there to tackle it. Second and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Sauce Gardner, as good as they come. There to knock that one away.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys have run out to a 24-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Gibson now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
From the gun, Rodgers. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On comes Thomas Morstead as he's on to punt for the Jets. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. Here's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Play action now. Prescott. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. One quarter in the books. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Here's 2nd and 6. The master of play action, Rodgers. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He runs with it. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
So a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. On play action, here's Dak. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. On the play fake, Dak. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not and be taken down there.
The rest of this game is all going to come down to getting stops. You find yourself down pretty big here in the first half. You have to get the ball back to your offense as many times as possible, but you can't keep giving up scoring drives, whether it's field goals or touchdowns. You need punts. You need takeaways. Give your offense a chance to start climbing back.
On third down, Prescott. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. They'll try the right side with Hall. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Another run here with Hall. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
He'll try to run for it with Hall. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the first down. Up past the 40-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. A pass caught right side by Conklin.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll look underneath for Hall. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Rodgers. The open man is Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Hall. And he'll get about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the ground, it's Davis. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Rodgers on 1st down. That's into the hands of Xavier Gibson. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go again with Hall. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
Open man. That's Gibson. Third and 6. Rodgers. Catch made right side by Wilson. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing, Rodgers. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his tight end, Conklin. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a clinic tape as far as how do you rush the quarterback. From all 3 levels, their ability to get the quarterback on the ground is pretty remarkable, and it's still early here in the game, and if this offense doesn't get going here and protect the quarterback, we could be looking at a record-setting performance.
So, 4th down, and the veteran Greg Zuerlein on for the Jets. Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Jets are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And Zerline comes back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one off. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. The open man is Tolbert. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now Dowdle. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That one caught by Wilson. And they will finally run him down.
And this is just where you see some of the speed of these wide receivers, Mike, really make their presence felt. And then when you have a quarterback that has the arm strength and the accuracy to get him the ball downfield, that's a deadly combination and one that's going to really open up other things as the rest of this game unfolds.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Rodgers to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Cowboys are in front. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. They'll run with Dowdle. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. They face second down and 7. Here's Prescott. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's taken in, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think in this field position, Mike, when fourth and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
First down for Aaron. He'll get that to Wilson. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Finding space inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. It is Jordan Lewis who brought him down. They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. Here's Rodgers. He'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And Zerline comes back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one off. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Dak. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. First and 10. Play action now. Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's a carry for Dowdle. Oh. A huge play for Dallas. 38 yards.
I half expected to see all 11 defenders piled up on top of him at the end of this run to make sure he was finally down, because a couple times on that run, it looked like he was cooked, only to shake off those tackles and keep on cooking.
Here's a run. And he's got another one. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jets offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. This throw right side is caught by Adams.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Jets 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
A shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Malik Hooker there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. They will run it over center with Hall. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here's Dak to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
All right, Mike, now it's getting to the point where it's almost becoming borderline disrespectful. I mean, despite having this big lead here in the second half, they continue to take shots downfield. They are not content with just running this clock out and shaking hands and going off with a win. Truth be told, I think they're trying to embarrass them, and they're doing a pretty good job at it.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Got a man, that's Tolbert. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll throw again. Dak. There's Ferguson, the tight end. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. This pass right side taken in by Cooks.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
1st and 10 now from the 36. To the air again, Prescott. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now a give up the middle. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Quincy Williams in there for the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Pass brought in by Ferguson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on fourth down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Cowboys first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Prescott on first down. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked up by Sauce Gardner. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Rodgers now. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Coming free is Conklin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
They give to Hall. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 9. A run here with Hall. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Now Rodgers. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
And he's going to have a Jets 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on 4th down. You can see he starts first look covered. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, uses his legs to pick up the 1st down, and they're still alive.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll send a tight end in motion. Another run here with Hall. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Third and a yard. Rodgers. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Rodgers. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. He'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Now Dowdle. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. We'll go play action. It's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing Rodgers. That one taken in by Corley. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
It's first down, and it's Hall. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A give left side. Here comes Hall. He is in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now Zerline for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jets are able to edge a bit closer. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Second down, Prescott. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Play action now. Prescott. Got a man. That's Tolbert. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Cowboys.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent. as much as you are playing against this clock.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third and 6. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line, and the drive continues. 1st down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. I'll give on the ground, and he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
A handoff here, up the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big 1st quarter lead, and did not look back as they cruise in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.